Girl, no, do not go bust his windows out, girl. I need you to stop right now and watch this video. Do not go to his mama house. Do not pull up on him at his job, baby. I got you. Like, watch this video, please. Like, girl. Okay, ladies, I think we have all been here, and that's why I wanted to make a video on it. You met a guy, and he was amazing. You thought he was everything. You could see yourself walking down the aisle, and then out of the blue, he stopped answering your text. He stopped returning your calls. You don't know what has happened to him. You are like, oh my gosh, is he alive? Is he okay? You know, what has happened? What went wrong? And you can't get answers anywhere. He has blocked you on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even TikTok. And you like, oh, hell nah. Who he think he is? And you're ready to pull up. You ready to go to his house, sit outside. You ready to go like smash them tires, sis. You ready? You ready to go set the car on fire or something? You are like locked and loaded because you're hurt. You're hurt and you don't know how to take this situation. And you need some answers. You want some closure. You feel so betrayed, so used, and you're like, this is not fair. How dare he waste my time? How dare he waste my resources, and how dare he play with my heart? Let me tell you, I've been there, and once it happened to me, I blew his phone up. I even called him on, what's that? I went to T-Mobile's website and like was sending texts from the website because my number got blocked, and he had an iPhone. And when somebody blocks you on iPhone, you're really blocked. When somebody blocks you on an Android, it just goes into the blocked folder, you know? I was blocked, and I needed answers, so I'm like calling, I'm getting nowhere. I go to his house, like I went to his house, I pulled up, and at first I'm like, you know, I'm not even gonna do anything. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm messing up my lipstick. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna watch and like see what goes on. But once I got there, I saw his window was open, and I don't know. I play tennis with my kids, so I go get my son's tennis racket. I go get my son's tennis because it's smaller than mine, you know, like that. So I get my tennis racket, and I get some tennis balls. And then I just start like hitting him in his window, or at least trying to. Like, I don't even play tennis that well. So then he comes outside and he was like, what's wrong with you? Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, you know, I just wanted to make sure you're okay. Now let me tell y'all, he pretended that he was not okay. He was like, no, I'm sick. I'm not feeling well. And mind you, I had been crying. I'm emotional. It's been days since it was like 3 days before I pulled up at his house. And he tells me he's sick, he's not feeling well, all of this stuff. And I'm looking at him like, he's looking healthy as hell. He says he has a cold. Now, mind you, I was standing out there. I didn't hear one hachoo, you know, like nothing. So I know he's BSing me. And that kind of really did a number on me. It just pissed me off so bad. And so I left, but you know, I tried to call him because he said he would call me later. He was like, you know, I haven't been ignoring you, I just wasn't feeling well, I'm gonna call you later. So I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't hear anything. So the next day I took out all of his lights on his driveway, like, because he had a steep driveway. So I took out all of the lights, and then I proceeded to do some other things that I can't talk about in this video because I have denied them, and I will continue to deny them until the end of my days, and only my bestest friends know. And I did spray paint his driveway. amongst some other things. But yo, let me tell you, I do not take being ghosted well. Let me just say that. But now I've grown. Now I know, I've learned from my mistakes, and that's why I can make a video about it. Okay, let's say a guy has ignored you. The first thing you need to understand is that, one, it's not the end of the world, and two, he needed an out. He had some things going on that he felt like he couldn't tell you about, that he couldn't present to you, and he needed a way out. And he wasn't man enough, or she wasn't woman enough, if this is a guy watching this video, but usually it's the men that do it. Not being sexist here, just stating the obvious. Okay, so he's ghosted you, and the first thing that you need to understand, it is not your fault that he ghosted you. There is nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with him. He ghosted you because he needed an out. He ghosted you because he has a lack of maturity. Most people ghost people when they can't use their words. They need an out, or either they have like a previous relationship that they've, you know, involved themselves in, or maybe they found a new boo and they just don't have the balls, the heart to tell you, I found a new boo. And they're afraid of how you might react. They don't want to see the hurt in your face. They don't want to see the tears in your eyes. They don't want you to hate them. They don't want you to look at them as the child, the inner child that they are, because they've tried to sell you this dream. They've tried to pretend to be this amazing fanatic, like, you know, this grand person. They've tried to be your hero, and if they know that you think highly of them, they don't want that to go away, so they run. The best thing that you can do for yourself is accept it. Understand, like, this needed to happen for a reason, and it needed to happen fast. Would you rather he ghost you after you found out you're pregnant? Would you rather he ghost you on your wedding day, or the day before your wedding? Like, when do you think, you know, he should ghost you? Because a lot of people, they get ghosted within those first 3 to 6 months. You know, if you have made it past 6 months and then you get ghosted, he's just a jerk, for real. But honestly, a lot of girls get ghosted between that first 3 to 6 months of knowing someone. But better then than later. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I have to say this because I did this and I felt so like bad for even giving him this much of my energy. Do not retaliate. Do not show your tail, sis. Do not do it. He did you a favor. He left, and now the door is open for the next amazing guy. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that you're gonna find Mr. Amazing right away, or you're gonna find somebody to like just come in and make you forget all about him, because you have to heal yourself personally before you jump into something else. I know a lot of people say in order to get over him, get under him. It doesn't work like that. Take some time to yourself, heal yourself. Don't retaliate. Do not blow up his phone. Do not go sit outside his house. Do not go to his mama house. Do not pull up at his job. Like, do not get revenge. And a lot of women, myself included, I just wanted revenge. I just felt like, how could you be so cold, you know? But when you retaliate, he's somewhere laughing with his friends, laughing with his family. Like, do not give him your power. When you retaliate, when you show those hurts, those feelings, those emotions, and you're doing all this, you're making yourself look crazy. You're making your potential new boo, you know, you're gonna drop him away if he knows you and he sees this. And there's now a person out in the world that can say, oh, such and such did this to me, and you will forever have to live with that. So take your power back, even though they're wrong. Take your power back and don't retaliate. Meditate, read a book, you know, go on a trip, go isolate yourself in the mountains, a waterfall, whatever you gotta do. Do that. Get rid of your phone. Give your best friend your phone. Like, stay away from electronics, because I think the phones, the computers, that's when you start feeling the need to stalk somebody. Don't do it. Another thing that you can do if you've been ghosted, find a friend. Find like a female friend, a guy friend, just somebody that you can really talk to about what you're going through. Someone who can help you process your feelings, your thoughts. Get a therapist if you have to, but find somebody to vent to cry to, someone who's not going to judge you, even if they have to listen to you talk about him like 3 weeks in a row. Like, find somebody that's just going to encourage you, uplift you, because that's what I had, and that's what made me see my value, and that kind of helped pull me out of this rut that I was in, because I'm like, I'm never gonna find another guy as good as him, and this. Yes, you will. Yes, you will, and you will find someone so much better. And it doesn't mean that they're gonna look better or they're gonna have a nicer body, or all of that superficial stuff won't matter. You will find someone who's going to love you better than that person loved you, someone who's not going to run out on you like that person ran out on you. So that's the goal. Do not forget, the goal is to find somebody that loves you, regardless of what they look like, physical and all that other stuff. I know we get caught up in that, and I just want to say that's not the most important thing. So find true love. Do not be afraid to go on some dates, and by dates I mean virtual dates or 6 feet dates, but do not be afraid to hang out with new guys. Do not be afraid to at least just have a conversation on the phone with some new guys. Do not be afraid to, like, if a guy hops in your DM, don't be afraid to talk to him, even if it's just someone that you're talking to pass the time. Because if you're talking to him, you're not thinking about, oh dude, you know, like, you're letting him go. And the more you kind of put yourself out there, and Facebook now has a dating, you know, app or site to them, so you can kind of just play around with that. The more you talk to different guys, the more you kind of become social. The more social you are, the more you're not going to think about what this guy has done to you, and you're not going to spiral. You're not going to do all of this crazy stuff that he thinks you should do. And let me tell you, when you don't do that, he will try to come back. They always do. They always come back. So always know that when he ghosts you, the reason he's ghosting you is because he needs to figure some things out, and he don't want to lose you as an option. Make sure that you're not an option, because if he ghosts you once, he will ghost you again and again and again. You're setting the precedent of how to treat you by what you allow him to do. So when he tries to come back to you, make sure he know you are not available. Even if you haven't found your Mr. Right, even if you loved him, like he was amazing, like he had some bomb diggity, you know, no, do not be his option. And guess what? He hasn't changed. He just realized whatever he, you know, left you for didn't work out. Whatever he left you for isn't all that it seemed cracked out to be, and he wanted to keep his options open, which is why he ghosted you in the first place, sis. Either way, find your power, stand in your truth, and don't look back. Don't look back. Like he went, he's gone, let him go. Keep going. That's all I have to say about this topic. If he has ghosted you, do not worry, he will be back. He will be, you know, sniffing around your park again. Do not let him come back. Take your power back, be strong, and you got this. Drop your ghosting get back story in the comments. I want to know, what have you ladies done, you know, to people that did you wrong? I'm just kind of curious. Do not incriminate yourself, just, you know, tell me a little bit. And I will see you guys next Saturday when I drop my next video. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and I look forward to engaging with you guys and you being a part of my community. So, I'm out.